Listen to the sound. This is my ankle rubbing the floor.
脚腕儿
And this is my toes. Listen.
对，
If you use your big thigh muscles, the action is too slow. That's ineffective friction.
对，
The problem now is that you are brushing, but the contact is not focused or sharp enough.
我们摩擦的不够集中，经常拉
Why do so many amateur players miss their loops, especially when moving or trying to add power?
嗯，
The main reason is that you're hitting the ball flat on contact.
对，
You're not brushing the ball properly. You're driving through it too much and not wrapping around the ball enough.
包球包的太少了。
Think of the motion as swinging from the outside in, like you're hugging something. It's not a push.
怀里抱，
The racket head needs to rotate.
开头转起来，
For a small loop, use the forearm.
在前臂，再大
For a
一点
bigger loop,
转起来
engage
再
the
大
upper arm.
哎，
你看
对，
My swing path comes from the outside and wraps inward.
兜往里面兜着走。
嗯，
Your swing path is a straight push forward or a simple lift upwards.
举着走，对，
On contact, you must open up and create space. Don't be too close to your body. Even if your backswing is correct, at the moment of brushing, you must create distance from your body.
而不是摩擦
The contact point shouldn't be jammed, you need to be extended.
从你看从这
You
个
need to
点
brush from an outer point to an inner point.
来还给你发一个短一点的，哼
嗯，
That's true friction.
对，
Your swing path for generating spin is fundamentally
摩擦的
incorrect.
轨迹
The correct trajectory for brushing is from out to in, drawing a small arc.
减少
嗯，
就像画了一个圈儿一样。
To generate proper spin, you must fix the habit of letting your wrist and elbow lead the swing forward.
真正做到摩擦，
Your wrist and elbow should be relatively stable.
来海哥你发，
The fingers and wrist are ahead of the arm.
手指手腕在前，
You are letting the arm lead and driving forward into the ball.
手臂在前，
哎，
往前顶发。
往前顶拍儿了，对，
For a loop, brushing is step 1.
摩擦这是第一步，
Once you master that, you can add the forward drive of step 2, and finally the follow through of step 3.
收的第三步。
嗯，
If you can't even get the first step right, your entire motion will be flawed.
的错误，
So, you absolutely must learn to rotate into the ball at contact.
起来啊，
Rotate from the outside of your body towards the inside.
里面去转动起来。
转动，哎，
This applies to both shakehand and penhold grips. You must brush the ball.
摩擦，摩擦，摩擦。
对，
For a flat hit or drive, your hand is
所有
fixed.
的撞击动作是不动的。
But the moment you want to create spin,
摩擦的时候，
your wrist must be involved in the rotation.
起来的球们。
So why, even after following my advice or another coach's,
摩擦技巧
is your loop still not spinning? Let me explain why your brushing isn't effective.
对对对，对，
对。
Watch these two motions. What's the difference? First one, second one.
嗯，
The second one has much more
往
rotation.
前转，
Because I have to use my fingers to accelerate the racket.
对，就
Listen to the sound. This is my ankle rubbing the floor.
你看看腕子，脚腕儿，
嗯，
And this is my toes. Listen.
对，
If you use your big thigh muscles, the action is too slow. That's ineffective friction.
对不对？
嗯，对，
The problem now is that you are brushing, but the contact is not focused or sharp
但
enough.
是我们摩擦的不够集中。
It's the same reason for your serve. You brush it, but why can the opponent still easily push it back?
但是为什么搓一下？
啊，
为什么他还能搓下
But when
来
I
呢
make the contact sharper, they can't control it.
搓下来了呢
对，
一直
It all comes down to that finger
一直
snap.
弹就是他的事儿。
Spin comes from the fingers, power comes from the body, and winning matches comes from your mind.
赢球靠动脑。
对对，
You can't win with brute force. You win with tactics, rhythm, and variation, by using your brain.
哎，动动脑子，
But right now your game is spin from wild rotation, power from frantic movement,
嗯，
对不对？
对，
and winning by hitting hard.
使劲儿，
If I only use my wrist, I can't lift the ball.
拉不起来，我要用手指。
I must use my fingers.
对，就是，哎，
The problem is you don't know how to use your fingers to generate power. At the moment of contact, are your fingers relaxed or are they gripping the racket tightly?
握紧状态呀，你肯
You
定
must
要
grip it
握紧
firmly.
状态呀。
If you secure the racket at the moment of contact, your brush will have quality.
摩擦这一下你才能有劲儿啊。
对对，
You can't be relaxed on contact. Where does explosive power come from if you're relaxed? You should be relaxed until the moment of contact. Then, your fingers must squeeze the handle and accelerate the brush. That's how you lift the ball. Look, I'm not even using my other fingers.
好嘞，
你看，就这么握拍。
Just these two to generate spin, and the ball still flies off the table.
它照样出界。
See? The ball is incredibly spinny, it just takes
一
off.
下就飞。
For shakehand players, your thumb and index finger must apply pressure.
大拇指和食指。
嗯，
For penhold, your back three fingers must provide support.
你不顶着这
If you don't secure the blade, how can you achieve solid contact for brushing?
摩擦的。
是这样。
这个球
To put it simply, your contact on the ball is too soft.
对。
You're not making solid contact.
直了，你摩擦面
You might be brushing, but the ball is weak and lacks any real spin.
了这个球，
哎，对，
就是
Even if your fingers are active, you're not using them to secure the blade and transfer maximum force.
顶实这个拍儿，就是给它传导出。
That's why your spin lacks that forward kick, or jump, after the bounce. At best, it's just loopy.
它顶多能转。
It's easy for your opponent to block because the ball just pops up.
对，
So, for penholders looping forehands, your back fingers must really press into the rubber.
使劲 K 这个胶皮，
Secure it
使劲
firmly.
K 它，顶死它。
嗯，
For shakehand players, your index finger and thumb must pinch the blade at the moment of contact.
啊，接触球
Don't do
之
it too
前
early, or you'll be stiff.
硬了还
对，
Pinch the blade hard. For the shakehand forehand, your fingers must do the work.
使劲儿啊，
Don't focus on power from anywhere else.
摩擦就体会。
For spin, just focus on finger power. Using your wrist alone is useless.
这没有用。
没有用，对，
Use your fingers.
使劲儿
Squeeze.
你看这
Look at the quality of that
对
ball.
不对？手指使劲儿。
对。
What does that feel like on my racket?
球拍什么
The
感
ball
觉
kicks upwards aggressively. If you don't close your racket angle, it's gone.
飞了
或压
If you're a little late or your hand is soft, the ball will fly off the table.
对，
Right now, stop trying to muscle the ball with your arm, your bicep, or your forearm.
前臂也别使劲儿。
At the moment you brush the ball, only feel the explosion in your fingers. Isolate and train that feeling.
握住
Grip the racket with your fingers and transfer their power into the blade.
底板上，
对对
让这个底板的转，让这个拍
Make the racket head rotate faster, and your ball will be spinnier.
你这个球就转了。
哎，
So stop being hesitant at the point of contact.
虚了行吗？我们都是
Most of you have a huge backswing but then go soft on
使劲
contact.
引拍儿接住球软，
啊，对对，都这
使
样，
劲引拍儿接住球软。
对。
It feels like your preparation is perfect, but right at the crucial moment, you lose all your power.
泄劲儿了，
对，
You have it backward.
反了。
嗯，
You should be relaxed during the backswing and accelerate explosively at contact.
使劲儿，
对，
放松，接住球，使劲儿。
哎，
You're doing it in reverse.
接住
The
球
force
使
comes
劲
at the
儿
moment of contact. But right now, you're tense first, then soft on the ball.
多体会
Focus on using your fingers more. At contact, grip the racket firmly and generate power.
顶实了发力。
嗯，
Now, how do you make it even spinnier? You have to drive forward while brushing with your fingers.
海哥再防一个，我们给大家
If I only use my fingers but stay in one spot, it's still not effective. See?
它也
Not
不
much
转
spin.
你得一边往前，
You must drive forward with your forearm.
你往前
That's what
顶
carries the ball
球才
deep
能
and
往
makes it fly off your opponent's racket.
对
明白了吧？哎
Just rotating in place, even with finger acceleration, isn't enough.
对，
因为到这儿以后
Because after the ball bounces, the spin dies quickly if there's no forward momentum.
没转，
It won't kick forward.
对不对？
对，
So you must drive that spin towards the baseline.
陷去
The difference between landing your loop here versus there is
一
huge.
下拉这儿，
The feeling for the defender is completely different. The pressure is different.
你再配合
Now, add some pace to that deep, spinny ball, and they'll miss for sure.
出界了
对，
So, when contacting the ball, your forearm must drive forward with your fingers and wrist.
往前顶吗？
Drive. Look at that ball.
这球
Wow, that's heavy spin.
顶到我手指盖了，
You must always be moving forward to meet the ball as you brush it.
看到没，球们？找
Find the
这个
ball,
球
brush it, and drive it deep to the baseline. Let your forearm help.
哎呦，这转，
Let your forearm cooperate. Stop lifting the ball up, and start driving it forward.
往前顶啊！
对，
Many players have a misconception.
我想
They think to add spin, you must swing straight up.
这叫加转。
嗯，
That's not true. Driving forward while brushing is also a way to add spin. You must make the ball travel with spin all the way to the baseline, so the second bounce kicks high and deep.
才能到这儿。
嗯，
If your spin only lands here, short, your opponent won't feel the pressure.
人家拍
They'll just adjust their racket angle slightly and block it back
给个半
easily.
形的话就防住了，
对不对？
对，
So when you loop, even with a penhold grip,
拿直板也可以啊。
啊，
drive the ball toward the baseline.
往底线顶。
Watch the forearm.
往底
Drive
线
it to the
顶
baseline. It flies
直接
off.
飞，
对。
直接就
So you must understand, brushing is not a static motion performed from a fixed position.
的幅度动作
Instead, your forearm moves forward from back to front to find the ball. At the right moment, you execute a sharp, accelerating brush and continue driving forward. Looping isn't about waiting for the ball to come to you and then brushing in place. That's useless. It's useless. Your opponent will block it easily. At best, you can lift it over, but you won't create any threat with spin. It becomes easy to block. Your forearm must constantly adjust and move to meet the ball. Once you find the ball, apply heavy spin and follow through with forward drive. You must brush the ball with solid contact. That's what combined force means. If you just stand there and flick at it, it's useless. A passively brushed ball lands too short and has no effect. You must move forward and brush simultaneously. Do you all understand now? Move forward while brushing. Don't just stand still and rotate your hand. There's no forward drive. It's just like your serve. It might be fast, but it doesn't kick. It's the same principle.